All right, what's going on? We're back at it.
Listen, I tweaked it with my thumb. Restart. You're good.
Okay. Oh my gosh, you had it. It literally was on. I just can't go.
Race to Fire, what's going on? We're back at it again with another interview. We're down here at King of the Sticks in Tulsa, Oklahoma with the only Chris Perez, aka Mr. Warguts himself. And, appreciate you for sitting down with us, for the opportunity just to come down here from Minneapolis to, check out your facility and just kind of seeing like the whole layout and how you pretty much run this whole Tornado Alley region.
Well, it's not just me. Everybody's running over here, so but I just happen to just take charge. There's a tornado coming in. I'm the one riding it. I roped it. That's where we're at.
Yeah. Full force, Category 5. So
yeah,
we love it. So now, in general, though, like being able to get a tour, we saw that you got like the whole gym set up, and just want to know, like, how did you get into like this whole gaming space, being able to have like the weight room and then the gaming stuff? It was just like, what transition to be like, yeah, gaming?
Gaming. Okay, so what happened was I used to fight.
Okay.
I used to fight for a living. So I'd be boxing. I lived in Alaska, and so I learned how to box from my grandfather, and he let me, I was 8. He let me go and spar with like older kids, and then I just got really good at it. Well, after a while, I didn't think anything of it, and I'm in Alaska, and they're like, "Hey, there's a couple of fights. You want to go fight?" I'm like, "Sure, why not? I'm pretty good. I think I can handle it. I can do it. I did well. I did pretty well." So I was like, okay, maybe I'll try to make a living on that. So I started, and got my pro card when I was 18, and I was in South Dakota, Rapid City, and I had moved over there. It was just easy to do. Moving to South Dakota was, my dad was Air Force, and I just was like, you know what? I'm going to try my best. There's good boxing gyms out there. I actually got to fight in the bike rally. I can't think of the bike rally now, but it was such a crazy bike rally, and that's when I was like, "Oh, I'm fighting. I'm just gonna do this from now on." That's all I'm gonna do. So I came to Oklahoma, moved to Oklahoma. No boxing, 0 boxing whatsoever. They're wrestlers. I was like, oh, what the heck is this? So I was like, okay, next best thing, jiu-jitsu. Okay. So I went to jiu-jitsu, and I started ranking up real quick. And because I could fight, so they would put me in a cage all the time just to do, standing and practice with the jiu-jitsu guys, and then start doing standings. And then guess what? They're like, dude, you need to go in the cage. Go get in the cage. Let's do a cage fight. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. First guy went in there. Oh, that was easy. Because they thought I was coming out of a jiu-jitsu gym, and they got ready for jiu-jitsu. Oh. I boxed. They did not see it coming. Yeah. And so they weren't prepared. And then I also had done a lot of Muay Thai and Taekwondo throughout the years, and I was ready, and they were not. And so they were really pushing upwards to get this guy into the ranks. And I beat him so bad he didn't fight again. He never fought again. Oh my God. So he just was, and then after that, I got blacklisted. They're like, oh yeah, no more. You can't, no, you didn't tell us about your pro boxing career. Yeah, I did. I told you everything. Like, no, you didn't tell us. So I had to go to Kansas City. I had to go to Arkansas to go get fights. And I'm like, I'm about to have a kid. It's not going to happen. My buddy goes, hey, let's go to BlizzCon. He's like, well, we'll go check out BlizzCon. We'll go. And I was like, okay. I go to BlizzCon. I go, why don't we have this in Oklahoma? We should do this. I think we should. I think I can do this. And I have a video on my YouTube, and it shows me going, oh, I want this. I want to do this. And then right then and there, boom, that was a snap. And I just started. I had a big truck. I sold it, and then I just started buying PlayStations and started like just getting into the world. And then because I was a fighter, like having to do sales, it was just natural. Everything else was super natural, so it made it easy to elevate the FGC. Now there was already a group that was here that was causing a little bit of issues for me. I was like, oh, okay, fine. I'll attach to the group and then I'll help them. And if they can't, then I'll eat them alive.
Right.
And be done with it. Well, we attached and then we just have fun. We just kept going. And then I met Richard, and Richard's been, next to me ever since, just getting everything done. And that King of the Sticks was his baby at first, and then he's like, I want to share this. And really, I'm like, okay, let's do it. So ever since then, we've been this is our 4th year. So it's been pretty fun for that. I mean, alone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, gaming in general I'm always good at it. So when I was little, I was like 12. I forgot. So my cousins go, you did this when you were younger? Because I used to fix boards, motherboards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, Red Ring of Death, and I would fix those boards.
Oh, you fixed that 360. Okay.
Yeah, I fixed a 360. And so everyone would give me their 360s because they're like, it's garbage, we can't use it. And every single one of them had Halo in it. So I was like, I think I had like 30 something 360s. And the church goes, hey, would you like to do something like a tournament or something? I was like, sweet, I'll do it. Did it. We had so many people come in that the church was like, we'll buy them all. And they'll run their own events. I'm like, okay, cool. So I sold that. And my cousin go, dude, you were doing this when you were 12. Why did you? Oh, man, that's crazy. This is nuts. The dreams you just keep doing. And that's the thing. I just keep doing the things I like doing. I've never really gone away from that. Now I have other companies that we could probably talk about all day, but but the gaming part, that's where that this all stemmed from.
Okay.
So
I want to say, like, even what you mentioned earlier, like with you having a kid on the way, how are you being able to like balance all that from having like your own personal life and then coming here, running the show, and then working and all that?
Well, balance is I tell my players this. Balance is a figment of your imagination. If you think you can balance a table on top of a stick, on top of another stick, it's just never going to happen, right? Well, those things are going to be consistently tipping one way or another, and you're going to have to deal with it. And a lot of people don't see that there's a sacrifice point. If you don't sacrifice, you're not going to succeed. The most I've ever seen someone actually get to the point where they're like, oh, we're there and we're stable. They're on retirement. They're on the way out. They're never going to they're done. And the guys that aren't are pushing forward. And when you're pushing forward, your head's forward. You stop, you just hit the ground. And that's the thing about business and about gaming and family. Now you got to know how to intersect some of the family into the gaming, and then also intersect like the livelihood into how you're going to spend your time and what your time is. Really, that's this basics. Like you do, I got 40 minutes of quality time. Go. You just don't go sit there and scroll. You go and you spend that time, and then that's it. And then you go to the next thing, and you spend that time on that particular thing. My phone goes crazy. I have alarms, and each alarm is giving me, okay, you have an hour and 10 minutes to have free time. That's your one alarm. That's it. So you have free time to do whatever. So I'll train in one of the games, or I'll work on a method that I want, something I want to do versus something I have to do. The things I have to do is fix PCs or fix, monitors or work on other sales. So
Right.
yeah, but there's no really like,
there's no secret equation.
Exist. That method doesn't exist. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about it, but
wow, that is actually very powerful to even just hear that from somebody. Because some people would be like, you got to put it this way, this way. You just be like, look, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do it like what's important to you and just get it done. Even if it's like, I don't feel like doing it, I gotta go do it anyway.
Yep. Every time, just keep doing it.
Man, that is beautiful just to hear. So I would say, what would be kind of like, what was your mentor? Like kind of even being able to learn all this?
Holy cow, a mentor?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a hard one. Because so I have there's the old man, and he owns American Waste Control. And he used to give me such a hard time, but I didn't realize that he was giving me a hard time because the banter back and forth was making him better. And I didn't realize that. I thought he was just being jackass the whole time, you know. But then it came down to he was actually getting me prepared for 19. So I've been in this building since I was 19. So and he used to just be like, you don't know what you're talking about. He'd give me all this crap, and then but at the same time he'd be like, I'll put something in it. I'll put something. I'll throw some cash that way. I'm like, what? You just told me? I was like, I'll just give it a try, you know. And so he definitely taught me good things and he taught me bad things. He has multiple companies. Well, he pour money into this company from this company, and I learned something. Don't do that because he really felt it. So I would learn from the mistakes, and I learn from their successes all the time from every single company. And then I learned because I was around him, I'm around billionaires. And those billionaires have a different mindset and a different way of thinking. They just do what they want and how they want it. No difference. You know, they'll hire somebody that specializes in that certain thing, and then they'll go that route. Or you know, they'll make their own changes, and without even like second thinking. They're like, it could fail. They're like, oh well, next. What's the next thing? You know, and that's kind of where that's why Kenny would be my one guy that he'd be like, you know, he's multimillionaire. He has all these trucks. He's probably one of the greatest pain in the asses I've ever met. But he's so great in his own way that it's just hard not to like see him as that mentor. Now, after that, there's nothing. Nobody. I got nothing after that. I mean, he put the time in when I was old. It is more banter than anything, but it's really it. Like, you know, most people are like their dads and their, you know, their moms and what, but I was always on my own. So I kind of just did my own thing. So my mindset was like, my dad was like, I don't know where you came from, because you were nothing like the rest of us. And it's very much like that. My brother is very much like my dad, and very much like my mom. My sister, both, yeah, very much like. But me, I'm the odd one out. I was just like, I'll do my own thing, whatever, you know. Sometimes when I'm like, hey, are you in the house? Yeah, I'm here. Oh, okay. I left food by the door. So, you know, that's just that would be my mentor type. It's just so I did a lot of learning from because I was bored. I was a personal trainer, so I had a lot of like time when we're in between clients. I just learned YouTube. If I want to learn something, I go to YouTube. I just sit there and go YouTube. If something I never knew or something I know I needed, I just go YouTube and snatch it up. And you know, and it was like, man, wow, you know, why is everyone like having problems? Just the answer is always there. Somebody makes a video on it all the time. TikTok, YouTube is right there. You just gotta look it up. It's like, yeah, here you go. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I'm learning Linux. Okay, boom, there you go. So,
I love that, man. I was gonna say for like one final question for you though. What's next for you? You and Warguts, I'd say.
So my dream is to build a major that is a little over 20,000 people, and it takes a process. So right now I'm already in the process of so I'm like I'm with a bunch of cons, and I do a lot of different. I'm on the board for a bunch of cons, so learning the back end to how to develop a stable environment for long success. Like SoonerCon's been around since 1986. That's quite a long time for a con. Yeah. So I look at their background. I'm like, okay, well, what did they do? What was their downfall? Where was their shifts? And they have history, so I can actually look it up. A lot of these cons, they don't have history. They have 2 years, 3 years max, and then that's so. Getting into those spaces has started to build help me build what I want for like the 20,000 people. Because there's not gonna be 20,000 FGC guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna happen. But there's gonna be 20,000 people that will be interested in pieces of a con or pieces of that industry to tech, big tech, with esports, with different types of like gaming avenues or development. So, and that's where I'm going to start building up. And that's what this next year is like. So next year we'll be really pushing past. I gave myself 3 years, and so far we're, as you see, we're kind of. I don't know if you'll see any of this, but you can see it starting to build up, and the concrete is there. Mm-hmm. So as we build the concrete, we start to build the walls, and if the walls are not built right, they just fall down, and we have to rebuild and research, do everything differently, or economics hit, or games suck, or something happens. So you have to make the shift and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna have a square house. It's a round house now. Well, here we go. It's an igloo. We got this. It's the biggest igloo you ever seen. So yeah.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, that's my past, and I don't think with all the companies I have, and I'm only pointing out in gaming, but that's my end goal, is just having that and then building that for the next like 4 years. Oh, and then selling it out to somebody who has the ability to handle it more than I can, which might be hard to do. So I would try my best, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nah, I definitely appreciate it. Yeah. And I'm gonna say one thing we always do for the Ranked Fire community. We say this thing called lag harder. And essentially, you know, if somebody's lagging in the game, you're like, bro, I'm lagging. I bet, bro, lag harder then, you know, like a little diss. Yeah. So we always be like, lag harder, like little flex at the end. So, and, you know, appreciate Chris coming out to us, you know, dropping straight diamond wisdom. I'm pretty excited to see, you know, what's in the future, and, you know, see what, like, you know, relationship kind of builds upon this. But Ranked Safarians, you know what we do. Lag harder. All right.